Shalom, everyone's asking me, what's it going to be like when Messiah comes? And the great Rambam, the medieval rabbi, was the chief doctor of the Caliph of Egypt at the time. He says the world will still conduct itself like it always has. Now that seems like, I was hoping for a little more excitement, a little more science fiction. No. What's going to happen is that God is going to remove the spirit of death and impurity and evil from the world. He's going to remove it. Now, how do you know that? How can I make that statement? Because we have all the time working through our systems, our physical and spiritual bodies, negativity. And what happens when you take an induction of Torah, an induction of prayer, an induction of kindness to others? Suddenly you feel better. What happens? The feeling better is the fact that you replace the negativity, what we like to call evil, with holiness, with light, with kindness, with patience. So the switch in our traits is the key feature of the coming of Messiah. And when it comes in you, it heals you. And when it comes into 500 million people that attach to the Jewish people, well, you think there's going to be a global change? You think it's just going to be the same? No. The desire for evil will be removed. The thieves will not want to steal. The rapists won't want to rape. The murderers won't want to murder. And all the little tiny things that we do because we can make a buck here or make an angle here on something or manipulate somebody, that's all going to be removed. We're going to be seeking good by our own nature because that's who we really are. At the depth of what this world is, thrown on us, in the depth of all the external negativities that we call klipot and Kabbalah that are really just exaggerations of goodness turned into evil. That's what evil is. It's just exaggeration of good to the point where it becomes unidentified to its original source of goodness. So when God removes that spirit of impurity, of going against our simple integrity of goodness, you're going to be in the middle of the Messianic era, whether you know it or not. Now, if you're a person that sought and, to spend a life of getting ahead of others and doing all the things that people do to try to do that, when a person is left without his evil impulse and he has not developed his good impulse, what's left? An empty shell. A shell that will implode upon itself. A shell that does not know how to be good. A soul that does not remember the innocence and purity of childhood, which is always deep within our souls. So, choose your sides carefully. I've said that before. Because if you choose the wrong side, you're going to be swept away with the people who are empty shells, and not the people who are filled with the light of redemption, godliness, and goodness for all.